Hello everybody, good afternoon from Planica in Slovenia for the last action in the Nordic Combined. We have the men's team competition, the sprint, coming up very soon. It's still raining today, and it has for the last couple of days, but when the sun comes out and the sky's clear like it was for the first couple of days, what a magnificent part of the world northwest Slovenia is. This, the complex, it's a wonderful, from the air it looks wonderful, from the ground it towers above you, the multiple ski jumps, but we are worried about the valley, the Planica Valley. 7.5 kilometers per athlete, and well, Austria, Fischbacher, jumping very well indeed. In fact, both of the Austrians, 96 for Fischbacher, 97 meters for Paul Wachter as well. They were in good form in difficult conditions, not been perfect because of the rain. They are not far behind the Germans, and Tristan Sommerfeld, 100 meters, the man who has the individual silver, the mixed team gold, again in great form. 4 meters more than a very decent jump from Richard Stenzel as well. You could see his reaction straight away. He was more than a little happy with that. The longest, the only one in the 100-meter mark. Norway find themselves in third place, heading into the cross-country. Birgit Storvesen with 95.5 meters, got them underway nicely, and Jens Dalseid Kavama also weighing in with 94.5 meters, and they will be now 17 seconds behind. Here is Walcher's jump, not as big as, no, 1 meter bigger. I do him a disservice. 1 meter longer, 97 from Walcher. Very solid, these two, and you suspect they're going to be pretty good in the cross-country as well. Sommerfeld, they went from 10th to 2nd. What an effort that was in the individual competition on Friday. So Austria went into first, but not for long, because Richard Stenzel had the advantage of his colleague's massive jump in his back pocket, if there was such a thing on a ski suit, and he put in another very good jump as well. Germany and Austria were involved in a very close super team ski jumping competition in Lake Placid yesterday. They're always good rivals, aren't they? And they have the advantage. They have an 11-second advantage over Austria. Norway, the second jump from them, as we said, from Kavama, not quite as big as Birgit Storvesen, but decent all the same. Japan aren't that far behind as well, also 17 seconds behind. Atsushi Narita Koyotara Yamazaki with good jumps, 96.5 from Narita in particular. So they will start at the same time as Norway, although 0.3 less than the Norwegians. That's our course. It's a sprint. It's 1.5 kilometers. It's still heavy rain. Our officials have done very well to get us underway and on time with a course that is difficult but doable. It's going to be like one of those dreams when you're wading through syrup. It's not an icy by any stretch of the imagination course. The rain continuing to fall. But, well, Norway will think they've got a chance here. We've got 3 or 4 minutes before we get underway. Women we saw yesterday, that was an exciting race, the 2-time for each team, and by the end of that it was less than a second between Japan and the USA. Brabeck has a bit of acceleration, but Yuzuka Fujiwara, Hazuki Akida watching on today were the gold medalists in the end, and Fujiwara showing she had a sprint of her own as well. The mist is still low over these mountains, Poncho Mountains, those hills, some of them ski jumpers jumping hills from 1930. Anyway, to the 2024 task at hand, and Germany, Austria, Norway, Japan, and also Czechia, only 21 seconds behind. They weren't in the mixed team, so they'll be looking to see what they can do here. Von Velinka was the one who made it inside the top 10 on Friday in the individual competition. The technicians on the side, as the other athlete is on the course. They'll be working hard to maximise the skis of the athlete who is resting. They have a lot of work to do here, don't they? Because well, you don't want too much grip in a course that's already gripping at the same time. It's always a balance, isn't it? We're almost ready to go and be introduced to our athletes. They are massed underneath the Planica banner. And continuing to come down. That's that is the snow. It is slushy, to say the least. There's nothing the officials can do about that. They have the blowers, of course, to give artificial snow if needs be. But it'll be the same for everybody. It'll suit some more than others. Not much snow on the trees. Just some sad raindrops. Here we go then. Germany, Richard Stenzel is the man with the advantage. He'll go out ahead of Tristan Sommerveld. Jonas Fischbacher of Austria, 11 seconds behind. Birgit Storsveen will lead Norway out on the first lap. Short shot laps of 1,500 meters. And the rest coming as well. Slovenia, well, the home team down in 10th, but only 53 seconds behind. The women from yesterday watching on to give some support today. And we're about to get underway in the men's team competition. It's Richard Stenzel who starts us. He'll have the 11-second start. It's not much. And Jonas Fischbacher, you can be sure, will be going out hard. What are the plans here? When we talked to the women yesterday, it was not much of a plan. It was go out hard, go out fast, just see if you can maintain your lead. Norway gone as well into the course that goes out and up and into the forest. Slightly different to the 2.5 kilometre course in that they go around to the left first. Finland go with a comedy noise effect in the background. I quite like that. Poland waiting to go. Jakub Seisler. And then also Lilian Triand, Urban Zajek, France and Slovenia. They will be able to tuck in together, and if somebody wants to work together, they may be able to haul in the rest. Just 3 left waiting. Ukraine, ooh, get back. You don't want to be disqualified. It's all part of the experience. A little wry smile from Alexander Koplias. He's gone. United States and Kazakhstan have gone as well. And away we go. First checkpoint. And it's not much different. Just a fraction of a second. Stencil from Fischbacher. Birgit Storsveen has pulled a little bit back on Stencil. Listen to the coaches. Well, they are hard taskmasters, but they are just trying to urge their charges on. This is the man in possession of the lead at the moment, Richard Stencil. But he can see visually just how close behind as he goes round on that loop. And they are going at a decent pace given the conditions here, having to work hard using the poles. At least it's not the traditional version where you are going to have to double pole. You can skate up the hill. This is the one where we saw the Japanese athlete Fujiwara put a late burst in to win the women's competition by a hair's breadth. Into the stadium we come, where they will hand over to their compatriots. Germany coming through. That first lap is just over 3 minutes, and Sommerfeld starts to get going. And Stencil can just relax. It's a short, sharp burst. They can save their energy and go again. Austria have chipped away, taken a couple of seconds away. Japan, Czechia coming through as well. They've certainly taken, what, about 6 seconds, 5 or 6 seconds off the deficit to Germany. And Dolezal can take a slow ski and relax, go back to his technicians, get the skis back into tip-top shape. You can see them working on it, the technicians. Germany still in the lead as we head towards the halfway mark for the second set of athletes. Sommerfeld ahead of Paul Walcha, the man with the individual gold, of course, the man who found himself in the lead after the ski jumping and did not let that advantage go. He was a good distance ahead in the individual competition. Will he be able to do the same here? Sommerfeld putting the effort in around the second part of this track. As you look into the forest, away they go away to the right and then track back again. Kazakhstan coming through. I think that was Genish Arman taking his time to come through. Is that the first lap? Yeah, it is. Some of those going slowly, if truth be told. Also, obviously, we're a long way behind as well, so looking just to make up time, do personal best. They're not going to feature on the podium, of course. Got all the coaches scurrying for that second viewpoint, a second chance to bellow at their athletes. Japan has overcome Norway at the moment. Narita doing ever so well there in that three-way battle. Can he pull out a little bit? Norway in that battle. There's the first, second, and the battle for third as well. Looks like Austria have nibbled away again, down to within just over 2 seconds now as they hand over again for the third lap. Exchange number 2. Heading past the 3-kilometer mark. Germany and Austria are within touching distance. Japan now it is, who have just gone ahead of Norway into 3rd place. But they are very closely bunched together. Japan, Norway and Czechia. Well, it's 10 laps of this course, 5 each, and Austria with Jonas Fischbacher is right on the skis of Richard Stenzel, and he's looking, he's pulled out, he's looking just to take the advantage here. Austria taking the individual gold with his teammate Paul Walcher, who is taking a break and resting up here. And it is Austria who go into the lead for the first time, less than a second between them. And then this group, Japan, Norway, Czechia. Birgit Storsveen for Norway, Yamazaki, Dolizao. Norway, Japan, Czechia is the official order, but it doesn't really matter at this moment. They'll be working together. And now Stenzel having to work to keep on the back of the skis of Fischbacher of Austria. Well, they'll know each other and their game plan, I guess, inside out. It may be that Stenzel is more than happy for the Austrian to take the lead, and he'll just stay on the coattails. But you never want to give up a lead, do you, come what may. Here's the chasing trio. Norway with Birgit Storsveen leading them through. Up this second incline, it's a 34-meter maximum climb. The total climb is about 80 meters. Beg your pardon, it's about 47 meters. I was looking at the slightly longer course that some of the cross-country athletes have been using, but this is the sprint one. So slightly more modest climbs because they are looking for speed. It's not an endurance race, and we hand over again. And a chance for a second lap for these second athletes. And look at that, looking to sprint away. Austria in the lead at the handover. Yeah, putting some speed in, and it is Walcher, the man with a gold in his pocket already, and of course a mixed team 4th place. So we want another medal here, and that's very nearly a fall from Kuvama. We saw Low of Germany crash into the barriers there yesterday and crash Germany's hopes of a medal as well at the same time. It's not easy at speed, very difficult when it's icy. It's equally difficult when it's a little slushy and you're not sure of the grip you're getting. This is the chasing pack. Not that far behind, you know. Austria and Germany in a battle of their own. Last time they were about 12 seconds adrift. This going through first is Kunish Arman of Kazakhstan, but the other athletes of Japan, Norway and Czechia going through. It's just lengthened a little bit, 14 seconds behind these two, and that really is because Paul Walcher went away like an absolute bullet. Sommerfeld has caught up. Was was that a little bit too much too soon from the Austrian? 11 minutes gone, and we are heading towards another changeover at the 6 kilometre mark. It's just slow down a wee bit. Happy just to take a breather, the two of them. And they've got to be mindful of the three behind them who are working hard. And these are the two in the lead. These are the three who are trying to catch up with them. Be interesting to see where they pulled a little bit back. Narita leading them through. Then Kavama with Konvalinka not far behind. If you want to, if you've got the legs, you can give it a go here, but it's a few more laps before they will be ready perhaps to unleash that. Back in again they go. 6 kilometres done. Austria and Germany, less than half a second between them. There's a Wego Stencil, Fischbacher. Fischbacher again, a bit like Roger in that last lap, going away really hard. And Japan, Norway, Czechia are dropping behind another couple of seconds. This is a battle for third place by the look of it. Some way back, Kirsch Arman going through. Those at the back just looking to improve on perhaps what they've managed before. Slovakia, what, 1 minute and 40 behind the leaders. Slovenia, 1 minute and 38. Not going to be a bit of home joy here. France go through just under 1 minute behind. That was a tired changeover, wasn't it, from France? Poland back a little bit. Where are they? They are around 8th place. Haven't really moved far. This is Volicek working hard. This is Volicek. There he goes, making very sure doesn't go out of the box that is allocated. And so here's Jakub manages to get going, and well, they'll be working hard, won't they, to make sure that they finish as well as they possibly can. Well, a check with a jump of 90.5 metres. Daniel Senona for Italy taking a breather as we check in on the leaders who are about to overhaul the United States of America. Not for them a medal like it was in the women's competition yesterday. Brabeck and McKinnon doing so well. Skip past the back marker. And these are the three, and it looks like who are chasing. It looks like the Czechs with Kapi, sorry, beg your pardon, Dolezal, just tiring a little bit, being dropped off the back here. Well, they've given it their best. This is the front two again as they get ready to go again. On the Czech of Poland limbering up as well, but he's going to have to wait a little bit longer than these two. And the United States a lap behind. They're about to come through the 6 kilometre mark, 3 minutes 12 seconds behind. Germany and Austria still less than a second. Let's have a look at how far behind they are, the chasing trio, and into the 22nd territory it is. So Austria and Germany certainly managing this race very well indeed. Halfway through, who is going to take the gold at the moment? It's hard to tell. Lazal Pretty tired there. That left leg doing a lot of work. Got to avoid that yellow barrier at all costs. Step in step, the front two. Working together. I don't think this is going to unfold until the last few hundred meters, you know. Wonderful scenery all around the Planica Valley, famous for the ski jumping. The World Cup will finish its season with a bit of hill flying in March. 8.2 kilometers gone, and it's still less than a second. Let's see if there is a breakaway here. No, for a moment I thought it was a breakaway. It's a back marker, and it is Japan who are going through at the moment. But look at that, all within a second of each other as they plot their course for the second half of this race. Sommerfeld and Vulture. Ooh, a little stumble there from Vulture. They are taking it easy, but they are also easing away from the chasing trio. They were only, 17 seconds behind at the start of the race. Last time we looked, 25.5 seconds Japan away from the leader. Up over that last little rise. Drop down again. Not much of a drop there. And this is the three that are following. Planica just taking a moment there to adjust. I think the bed wasn't very comfortable for him. So the top two come through. Still less than a second between them. It's going to be a tactical race at the end, I think. Stensel back on the course. Narita will lead the trailing three through. Into the changeover area. Important that these athletes get going, get some good momentum, but of course you can see just there, they're not allowed to come past there. And Norway, Japan, Czechia, not necessarily in that order. Behind them, Finland in 6th place. Last time we checked in, still in 6th place. Getting towards the business end of this competition here. Heading towards the 20-minute mark. Up this first rise. Now swing around left and then that tight right hand turn back down towards the stage, and then they swing left again and back out away from the complex. Lovely scenery. They're not going to take much notice of that though, are they? Austria leading from Germany, but it's anyone's world title. Yamazaki, Birgit Stolsveen. Yamazaki leading them through. Dolezal holding on as well. Under the bridge, there you go. Some of the athletes very tired now. Last time we looked, some of the teams were heading towards 3 minutes adrift, had been lapped. You can see the front two, the back marker, and then the chasing three. Have they accepted that there's no catching Austria and Germany, and they're just going to look for that last place on the podium? Difficult conditions, slow snow, slushy snow, waxing absolutely crucial. Some grip getting up the hill, that's for sure, in these slushy conditions. Coming down towards the exchange number 7. Past the 10-kilometre mark. Let's have a look at this gap now between the top two. Still a second in it. They're just tracking each other. These three rather, seem to have given up any ambitions of catching them. At 9 kilometres they were, what, 30 odd seconds behind, and I think they're going to sit and take a tactical look at this. Clock's still ticking. Over 40 seconds. This is going to be a battle within the race. Norway, Czechia trailing Japan, but only by a second. Round comes Finland. But they're a long way behind. France over a minute behind the leaders, and I would say 20 odd, almost 30 seconds behind that chasing trio. These are the leaders. Valcher and Sommerveld. And well, I think we just hold station, hold our breath and wait for the moment. Somebody's going to go at some stage. Is it going to be the last couple of 100 kilometers? A couple of 100 meters? That would be a very long race indeed. Well, we saw that with Fujiwara and McKinnon in the women's competition. After 9k, it came down to that little bridge hill before the stadium. Even then, it was tight. Kavami, Narita, Konvalinka. They've been changing places, they've been working together. They're not going to catch the front two. Coaches having their word. They can see the leaders on the right hand side of our picture there, briefly skating through. And here is an attempt perhaps from Sommerveld to put a bit of distance between him and Valcher. Coming in to the 12-kilometre mark, another changeover. Look over the shoulder from the German. Right on your shoulder, Tristan. And this is the race for the championship, the race for the title. Germany and Austria consistently within a second. They are just waiting and waiting. Back markers coming through. We are waiting for Norway, Japan and Czechia to come through. Hard when you're behind and on your own. That was Jakob Soesler, we can see in the front, but these are the three looking for that last podium place. What's the time difference here? Last time we looked at the last split, it was 40 seconds. You suspect it's going to be a bit more this time around. Germany leading with Austria, 48 seconds the gap now, so it is going to be one of these two. Remember, Sommerveld already with a silver from the individual and a gold from the mixed team up the hill they go. It's the first of the hills, the bigger of the hills. Just a little test of each other. A little race up that one. See if anyone's legs are starting to tire. Last time round for these athletes. And they can give it as much as they can now. Just with Zayak, beg your pardon. It's his partner, Lovro Prstelunček. Slovenian, as you can see, well behind at the moment. Over 3 minutes behind. That is just how fast these front two are going. The coaches skip along as they come back in and around and into the stadium area up that last little incline. This is a real battle. Look at them skipping up here, stepping up. Who is going to come in with the advantage? It's not going to be much of an advantage. Good work from Richard Stenzel. Fourth, of course, individually. Looking for a second gold, though, in mixed team and team. And there's a little bit of daylight here between him and Fischbacher, who tired at the end when he was tested. Norway being tracked by Japan. It looks like Czechia have been dropped off in the race for the bronze as well. There is Dolezal looking a little bit adrift. These two. Look at the effort being put in by Birgit Storsveen. Second and a half between Germany and Austria. This is the race now. It's a two-way race for the bronze medal. It's a good race. It's an energetic race, isn't it? Look at the effort they're putting in. Yamazaki won the silver. In that mixed team competition, and they are done. This is the situation at the front. Somerveld and Valcha. They are really giving it everything. And there goes the attack from Somerveld. He thinks it's time to go. Look at all the yellow-coated Germans who are busy shouting their support. There's a lot of back markers to get round. You've got to be a little bit careful. And almost 4 seconds now, the change. And that's a 2-second swing, and he's still going. Sommerfeld, the individual silver medalist, the man who won gold in the mixed team, looking to take 3 medals home. Heading towards the half-hour mark in this race. And he is absolutely putting everything into this, and he has done enough. Oh, wonderful. That really was beautifully timed. Didn't wait until the last few hundred meters, decided to go early on that last lap. And Tristan Somerveld and Germany are looking imperious here. Not far to go. Into the stadium and the 15k mark. Paul Valcha had no answer. It's tiring work, but that's the last hill. He must know. Look over his shoulder. He knows he can relax. Valcha knows there's no coming back. He can celebrate. There is enough time. Another little look over. Valcha knows he has been beaten here in that last lap, and relaxed at the end. Gold for Germany. Richard Stenzel, Tristan Somerveld. It took until the last lap. but they knew what they were doing, and they had the wheels to do it. Well done to Jonas Fischbacher, Paul Walcher. Hugs all around. Walcher, who won individually on Friday, not able to repeat here. And now, here we go with the battle for third place. It is Narita on the left-hand side, Kavami on the right. It's going to be really tight, and it looks like Norway just about will take it. It is. Oh, how close was that? Half a second between Kavami and Narita. Narita, part of the team with a mixed team silver. Just missing out here. Excellent from those two athletes. What a race within a race they were having. And Czechia were looking to be part of that battle. Have struggled in the last part of this race, but have done enough to keep themselves in 5th place. France will take 6th. Good work from the French pair, who were 9th, Lilian Triand and Lubin Martin. But those are those at the front of the race. The top step of the podium for Richard Stenzel and Tristan Sommerveld in the last action here at the Junior World Championships in Nordic Combined. A wonderful few days of competition it has been. Sommerveld, well, 2 golds and a silver he will come away with. He did all the work at the end on that last lap. Walcher just unable to keep with him, and I don't know whether he's been practicing this finish. He almost came a cropper as a result. Fatigued legs, I think it's fair to say. Still some athletes to come. That last look, Slovenia, what, 4 minutes behind everybody else. Finland in 7th, and then a bit of a gap. Italy, it was last time out, and they hold that position. Celebration for 8th place, but these are the 6 who are making it onto the podium. Germany take top spot, Austria in 2nd, and well done Norway, a hard-earned 3rd place as well. In the end it was 5 seconds between Germany and Austria, but it took a while to establish that, and Norway, well, just squeaked it at the end in a very tight race with Japan.
Team Germany, congratulations, what a race.
Thank you.
What was your plan for today?
My plan was to stay with Austria. I didn't expect that we are only as two, and it was amazing. I stayed with them, and then I can give Tristan a little range.
How did you feel on the course?
Yeah, it was a tough race. Yeah, the track is really hard, and 5 times it's really hard. But I was feeling good, and I think you have seen that in the last hill.
Es war ein super schönes Rennen. Es war unser Ziel, an den Gruppen dran zu bleiben und ein schweres Rennen zu machen. Das haben wir geschafft. In der letzten Runde konnte ich Tristan einen kleinen Vorsprung geben und den konnte er mit nach Hause bringen.
Ja, es war wieder ein schwerer Tag mit den nassen Bedingungen. Es ist eine schwierige Strecke, aber der Vorsprung vom Richard war gut und ich habe mich sehr gut gefühlt und ich denke, das konnte man am letzten Berg sehen. Danke.
See you on the podium in 5 minutes.
Yeah, they were very good, and as they said, Tristan Somerville felt good enough to attack on that last lap. So that's the Nordic Combined competition done and dusted. Maybe a few more interviews for you to enjoy. But remember, we've got the ski jumping competition coming up as well. I hope you can join us for that at a little later on. I think it's 16:30, but it'll be on the FIS app and of course on their YouTube channel as well.
Norway takes the bronze medal.
Team Norway, congratulations, third today. What were your expectations for this race?
We hope to take a podium place, and it was tough conditions, so we had to dig deep, but it was a good race.
What was your strategy on the course?
The strategy was he was gonna try to get as much advantage for me, and to just try to get up to Austria and Germany, but they were too strong, so we had to just go with Japan, and I was trying to relax the first round, let him do all the work, and then we switched and just take the finish.
På norsk?
Ja, vi hadde håpet på palledag, og det er tungt ute i regnet, og det var gøy å komme på pallen. Ja, målet var egentlig å komme opp til de to første nasjonene, men så tidlig at det ble litt fart, så da måtte vi prøve å sikre bronsen.
Tusen takk. See you in the podium fight. Team Austria, congratulations, second today. What was your plan for the race?
Thank you. Yes, the plan was to run so fast, and yes, it was really nice today.
What was your expectation for this race?
Yeah, of course, expectation was to run with the German guys and hopefully sprint them, win the sprint against them. But unfortunately, we got second, but still a really good race, and I think we are proud of it.
Auf Deutsch?
Also,
Repeat in German.
also es war sehr cooles Rennen. Wir wollten mit den Deutschen zusammenlaufen und das ist uns bis zum Schluss geglückt. Und dann der Sprint zum Schluss, ist sie knapp nicht ausgegangen, aber wir freuen uns voll darüber.
Ja, eben wie schon gesagt, sind wir mit den Deutschen mitgelaufen. Wir wollten es natürlich gewinnen im Zielsprint, aber knapp nicht ausgegangen. Ja. Das Zweite ist immer noch ein richtig gutes Resultat und von dem her können wir nur zufrieden sein.
Vielen Dank.
Passt. Danke.
See you in 5 minutes at the point.